In today's Leeds news, EFL Team of the Year, Firpo speaks on his Leeds future, Pundit expects Hamer move, youth exits from Leeds, and LMA award for Farke. Morning folks, welcome back to The View. Monday morning, the 28th of April, with your Leeds United news this morning. Big day for Leeds United. 2 wins in the next 2 games would see Leeds United as EFL champions. Burnley currently sitting on top spot after their win over the weekend, but work to do tonight and hopefully a banging atmosphere at Elland Road. There's a little bit of news to get stuck in today before I pack my bag and go for my flight. But we'll start off with the EFL Team of the Year, and a bit of a mixed bag of emotion last night at the EFL Awards. No individual awards for Leeds United last night at the awards. Gus Hamer taking the EFL Player of the Year award, and Scott Parker picking up the EFL Manager of the Year award. But Leeds were represented in another area, picking up 3 separate showings in the EFL Team of the Year. Jayden Bogle, Outanaka and Dan James were all announced in this season's EFL Team of the Year. Strangely, the top goal scorer in the division, Joe Pirro, didn't make it. Josh Sargent getting picked in the EFL team. No place for Junior Firpo or Joe Rodon, as well as others. You could go through the Leeds United side and make a case for quite a lot of the Leeds United players this season to be in that team, but they weren't to be. But congratulations to Jayden Bogle, Outanaka and Dan James, who have all been absolutely fantastic for Leeds this year, but not on their own. There's been lots of other players who have been fantastic as well, but congratulations to them for getting into the Team of the Year. And unlucky Daniel Farke and Dan James on the individual awards, but I'm sure there are more awards to come over the next couple of weeks. Let's move on and talk about Junior Firpo. And there's been a huge amount of speculation about Junior Firpo and his future at Leeds United over months and months at the club, even going back to January last season. But we have finally heard directly from the Dominican Republic International on his future and how he feels about his time at the club. Firpo, as we know, is out of contract with Leeds United this summer, and it could be heading in to his final 2 games in the Leeds United shirt unless he signs a new deal at the club after that. This season, Firpo has 4 goals and 9 assists in 29 starts for Leeds United. And at the start of the season, Firpo set himself a goal and assist involvement total of 15 goals. He's 2 away from that with 2 games to go. So if Junior Firpo can pick up 2 more goal involvements in his next 2 games, he will hit his target for this season. But speaking to the YEP, Firpo admits that he is still no clearer on his future at the club, saying the following. No, it's the same. Last time we spoke, I probably told you that I was focused on promotion. Promotion is done now, but I don't know. I think it's something to speak with the club about, maybe when the season is done. There has been a lot of question marks and conversation around Junior Firpo's ability to play at Premier League level after the last 2 seasons that Leeds had in the Premier League, where Leeds themselves weren't exactly in the best possible state to be successful at that level, and they ultimately weren't. But there were question marks around Junior Firpo's defending at that, and Firpo's had his own say on that and what he sees as his future with Leeds United. As I said before, Leeds, been here 4 years now, 4 seasons, and my family love it here. I love it here. My kids have grown up learning to do everything here. The city is great. I think I have a pretty good relationship with the fans at the minute, and obviously it's not a thing that I can say that the last time I was in the Premier League was good. I know it wasn't good, but people need to know a lot of things. They just see me perform, but they didn't know the amount of injuries that I was getting, and every time I was recovering, I was straight back into the starting 11. This is not healthy for a player. The amount of times I had COVID, I was in and out, and I feel like the situation in the club wasn't as good as it is now. So I think this position now is much, much different. Also, it might be something that I would like to do, going to the Premier League and playing at a good level, and to say I'm Prem proven and let people know this. But as I say, let's see what happens. I think it's probably clear what Junior Firpo would like to do if he wants to be Prem proven and wants to be a Premier League level player and does believe that he can play. There's not a huge amount of context in there for his first 2 appearances in the Premier League. I don't think we all knew how fast he was being rushed back into the team when he was coming back from injuries. I think we knew about the COVID stuff, but yeah, a lot of context there, and it'll be interesting to see if he does stay on the club or if Leeds look at other left backs. But it'll be interesting to see. He's been phenomenal for Leeds over the last 2 years, and that should be said, and that should be fair. to point that out. But let's move on. Let's talk about a potential incoming in the summer, or at least a potential link that will definitely come up in the summer, and it's Gus Hamer, and he did win the EFL Championship Player of the Year last night. And as we all know, Leeds United did make a move for him last summer, unsuccessfully as it turned out. Sheffield United will need to fight through the playoffs if they are to get back to the Premier League this season, and Hamer will be an important factor for that, but they will have to break a record that they have struggled with in the past, being 8-0 in the playoffs. But attention in the press has already started turning to their players and where their futures will be next season, and Gus Hamer is one of the first ones. According to Lee Hendry of Sky Sports, he believes that Leeds United will make another move for Gus Hamer this summer once the window opens on the 1st of June. Hamer this season has got 9 goals and 7 assists in 35 games. It's 16 G&A all up this year. Dan James, who didn't win the EFL Championship Player of the Year, has 21, and Manor Solomon just behind him on 20. And Leeds' current number 10, Brendan Aronson, has 11 G&A this season. But a lot of that, Hamer's numbers are down to the fact that he was injured for part of the season and he had suspensions as well, which was an issue. But speaking to Football League World on the topic, Lee Hendry said the following: obviously Leeds were interested, and particularly if the Blades don't go up, I think that's going to be a key factor, isn't it? He's a very, very good player, and he's had a lot of clubs sniffing around him even before going to Sheffield United. He's proven that he's got that X factor, one of the better players in the Championship, arguably in that position. Anyway, you'd feel that Leeds may look at him and feel that they could get a good addition for them, and I think he could be for sure. Let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on Gus Hamer. You're likely to hear Emi Buendia and Gus Hamer both for that number 10 position, although he did play predominantly in a wide area for Sheffield United this year. But yeah, where's your thoughts on that? Buendia, who hasn't had a great time at Leverkusen with his loan, or Gus Hamer, who has had a very, very good year comparative to the amount of games he's played this year in the Championship. So yeah, let me know down below your thoughts on Gus Hamer and who you would prefer in that position. Let's move on to some exits away from the club over the course of the weekend, and 2 youth players have finished up with Leeds United, and the Leeds underage players have moved on to new clubs over the weekend and have headed towards the United States of America. Leeds under 21 defender Dan Tolson has departed the club and will sign up with American side Charleston Soccer once the transfer window opens this summer, but he's not on his own. Leeds United defender Joe Richards will also depart the club, and he will sign on to American side Delaware once the window is open, all been agreed and done and dusted. And we wish both of those players nothing but success in the rest of their careers heading over to the States, and hopefully they find their way back to the UK and to a high level of football. Best of luck to both the lads. And then moving on to the final story of the day, and Daniel Farke may not have won the Manager of the Year award at the EFL, but he did pick up one award in the last 7 days. Farke has been named as the LMA Manager's Performance of the Week winner after Leeds United's 6-0 victory over Stoke City, which clinched promotion to the Premier League. He still might collect other awards over the course of the next couple of weeks. There's the LMA Awards, as well as there's the every single publication will have their own awards as well, so he's likely to pick up some more awards. But I think the one trophy that he would like to pick up, and that may soothe any issues he has when not picking up the EFL award, will be picking up the EFL Championship trophy at the end of the season and being crowned champions of the division. I think that would go an awful long way towards easing the ego on that one if there was an issue in the first place. Very unlikely. But folks, that'll be it for me today. Back tomorrow morning for the news and some form of a review or preview for what's coming up in the rest of the week and tonight's game. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day. Fingers crossed for 3 points tonight. I'll see you soon. Talk to you. Bye.